Bye. Hey, I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and basically what that book's about is that when you take a step back and look at everything that's going around you, your life, your relationships, the universe, hey, so I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and what's it about? Okay, so I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and that's about what type of realizations you get to when you look at everything in the world. When you look at everything and you think about, nice, okay, I'm feeling it much more. Hey, so I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and it's about the realization. Hey, so I'm. Hey, so I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and it's about the realizations you get to when you think about everything for what it actually is. So basically, analyzing everything that we know about the world and the universe and us, humans. Hey, I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and it's about the realizations you get to when you analyze everything around you for what it actually is. So you come to these crazy, fascinating things about reality and consciousness, but not just that, also the real, real stuff that's going around us all the time. How we're motivated to do certain things and why we're motivated to do those things. This book kind of touches upon all that. I know it sounds very vague right now, but it's not going to be vague. Hey, my name's Sergio, and I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment. And what's it about is the realizations you come to when you think about and look at everything around us for what it actually is. So it leads you to fascinating revelations of the world. Fascinating realizations of what's going on with us all the time. We all do a lot of things every day, and we don't really understand why we do them. I think when you step back and look at it, you could understand why we do them. And that's in a nutshell what this book's about, but it's so much more fascinating than that. It basically dissects us and everything else around us, and comes pretty close to getting a pretty accurate understanding of why the things happen around us and what we want to do with that information. Hey, get back. There you go. There you go. So one of the problems with the world right now, according to me, is that we have this incredible amount of information available to us all the time. But a lot of it is just not communicated well, meaning it's not presented in an easy to digest and inviting way. As soon as you try to repeat something that you thought of before, it gets fucking shit. It's just gonna continue going. And whether the good pitch comes in half an hour or not, it comes in half an hour. That's the way these things are done, sir. Hey, my name's Sergio, and I'm writing a book. The book's called Scientific Enlightenment, and what's it about? It's about the realizations you get to when you look at everything around you for what it actually is. And those realizations are fascinating. Basically, you become aware of everything that's going around you, and you become aware of what you really are and why you feel the way you feel, and it makes you feel good. So, the book's going to touch upon things like why we're motivated to do what we do, and it dissects us. And then it also touch on the evolution of language and communication, and why communication is so important to us, and how annoying miscommunication is. And how important communicating to each other and being connected on a huge level is. And there's just so many fascinating things about the world and our lives, and a lot of people just don't realize them because we're busy, and we're busy with our 9 to 5, our day to day. But I think it's incredibly important to express the ideas in this book, but it's not just in this book, it's the ideas that we all kind of have, but a lot of us don't know how to express them. So I think I'm pretty good at doing that, and I think that's why I'm writing this book. I want to write something that's important. I think one of the problems with the world right now is that there's all this information. We're this world that's consumed and one of the problems in the world right now is that we have advanced so much in terms of what we've learned, and we know a lot. Collectively, we know so much. But there's too much of there's definitely a drive in learning the information, but there's not enough of a drive in making that information accessible and understandable and easy to learn and inviting for the average person. And I think that's a tremendous flaw. The more people that understand things, the more powerful we are together, and the more we could all achieve together. So I think there's a market for getting people to understand what we already know, just because it's not presented in an elegant and easy to understand and inviting and exciting way. So that's what I want this book to be. I want people to become more aware of the truths of our lives, and so that's what this is going to be. I think you're going to really like it. I think if you're alive, you could relate to this book. Like, it's about us. It's about what's going on here. And it's like philosophy, but it's real. So it's like philosophy, but it's real. So So this campaign is to pre-buy the book. I find it really cool that the book doesn't exist yet, but it will exist. It's gonna be a real book in your hands. That kind of stuff is kind of what this book's about. Nah, I can't say that. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm writing a book called Scientific Enlightenment, and what it's about the realizations you get to when you look at everything around you for what it actually is, and those are insanely crazy, fascinating, and exciting realizations. Enlightenment is what happens to, let's say, monks and anyone that's really in touch with their spiritual side, and they see and feel the truths about what's going on in our reality. This book, this kind of enlightenment, is more not through meditation or spirituality, but through just objective reasoning and logic. Just looking at everything and being like, oh man, so that's why all of this. And you get to the same realizations as that monk. And so when you're in that zone, you feel amazing because nothing scares you anymore, and you're just like, this is amazing, this is how I want to live my life all the time. The problem is that our day-to-day and our 9 to 5 and our daily grind, all that gets in the way, and then we forget all the truths and things that we learned about. I think anybody that's ever felt in the zone understands that it's so easy to get out of the zone. It's the same zone that you're in when you're in the zone in sports, when you're in the zone like you're killing it at your job, at work, at school, whatever it is. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it, and then that goes away. So this book's about getting you back to that feeling if you've ever been to it, and if you've never been to it, then you really need this book because it's going to be an incredible feeling. So the book talks about a lot of things. It's difficult for me to say exactly, like specifically. I don't want to leave anything out, and I don't want to explain everything. That's why I'm writing the book. So in short, it just talks about a lot of things, but it's a lot of fascinating things. You're gonna really like it. I'm thinking you're gonna really like it. I'm thinking you're gonna really like it. Another thing is that I think that a lot of the world, another motivation for me to write this book is that I think that one of the problems in our world right now is that we collectively know a lot. Like, a lot of different human beings know a lot of things. And we have the internet right now, which is the sum of human knowledge, available to everybody. Whatever you want to know, it's there in 6 seconds. But the problem is that it's still not presented in an inviting, easy to understand, and exciting way. So a lot of people just don't learn things anymore, and it's sad. And so I think that we have so much more to go in terms of understanding everything that's going around us here. But we already know a lot, but like on average, we don't know a lot. So there's a gap between what we know and what the average person knows, and I want to bridge that gap, basically. I think I'm pretty good at explaining difficult to understand things in an easy to understand manner, or simplifying it. And that's the thing. I'm passionate and excited about science and stuff, but I know that a lot of people are not, because they look at science as being this boring, dry, mundane, overwhelming thing. And I don't think you have to understand formulas to understand what science is actually doing, so, or what it actually means and what it implies. So that's why I'm writing this book. It's gonna be really, 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 really fun to read and really good, and it won't be dry or too heavy. I know it sounds like it's heavy stuff, but it's not. It's just fun to think about stuff. So the purpose of this campaign is to generate funds and generate momentum for the book and stuff. So the more money that this campaign makes, the better the book will be, in a sense. I'm writing the book no matter what, but the more money, the more time and energy I can focus into, let's say, the editing and the real kind of making it as good as I know it could be. As good as it is in my head, I want it to be real in your hands in that book. So that takes time and focus and dedication. I have it, but the more money, the more real dedication I can give. And not only that, there could also be a higher quality of production, let's say. So the paper, or I can go from a paperback to a hard copy for those of you that choose to get the physical version. So there's a digital copy, there's a physical version, and then there's a bunch of other perks that you can get for contributing to this idea in its early stages. Things like thank you cards, postcards. I write good postcards, I think. I'll send to wherever you are in the world, and that's another thing. This book will be distributed all over the world. So I met a bunch of amazing people on my vacations throughout the years, and any of you, whether it's Sweden, Australia, Norway, wherever the hell you are, it's coming to you too if you want it. So that's it. I have a book to write here, so I can't do this all day. So thanks a lot. If you watch this video and you don't care to buy the book, thanks for watching, but could you please just post this on your Facebook so that one of your 800 Facebook friends that might actually like this stuff could get a book, could be part of a book that So thank you so much in advance, and if you watch this video and you don't really still care for this book, thanks for watching anyways. Could you please just post this link on your Facebook wall so that people that might be really interested in this kind of stuff could get a chance to be a part of an awesome book. So thanks a lot, and I'm excited to give you one of the best books you've ever read, I hope. Thanks.